Hi there, welcome back again. It's Gina, and today I'm going to share a long-awaited video that I feel like I've been promising for quite a while to the very few of you who have asked, and that is my APC bag collection. So I am an APC hoarder. I've accumulated quite a few bags over the course of several years, and today I'm going to share all of them with you. I think I'll show you in order of acquisition and give you a little bit of a story time behind each bag. Anyway, let's just jump into it because it might be a little long. So to preface, my obsession with APC kind of started before I could afford an APC bag. Their bags are a few $100s and up, which was absolutely not something I could afford and still can't afford regularly. But yeah, I kind of fell in love with these bags on Pinterest, probably like when I was still in grad school. So over 10 years ago. And then I got a J. Crew bag. I remember very similar to the APC aesthetic, very simple black crossbody, like camera bag style almost. And I remember going to a pop-up in New York, this Everlane pop-up, and the shop girls there were like, they're like, oh my gosh, is that an APC bag? And I was like, no, I wish. It's like half the price. I think it was like $90, which was expensive, very expensive investment for me at the time. Wore the life out of that bag, really wore the life out of that bag. And I only just recently let go of it because it was just so nostalgic. Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of like the backstory. It was like my slow progression as I matured and became less broke into investing in some APC bags, which by far are not like high luxury, but they are very good quality bags for the most part, and in my experience. So the very first bag I purchased was the original dust bag, which honestly is much nicer quality than the ones now. I think with everything we buy these days, quality keeps decreasing, unfortunately. Hopefully the bags themselves, that's not the case. But it was the very classic mini Demi-Lune bag, and this is in the hazelnut brown color. This is such a sentimental bag for me. You might be able to see that there are some scratches on this bag. It's been very well loved and well worn, lined in the brown fabric, which they no longer do. And yeah, this was just a very beloved bag. I actually purchased this bag in Milan on a girls' trip with I was visiting my girlfriend in Europe. She lived in Amsterdam. We met in Milan and then we went back to Amsterdam. And on the way to the airport, with our luggages, we popped into this little boutique that happened to be open very, very early in the morning. And I saw the APC bags. They had so many there. And I saw this one sitting on a shelf. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's like my dream bag. It was like the color I wanted. And I had on my list for that trip to buy myself a bag. I wanted like a nicer bag. Because at the time I was wearing like a lot of baggy bags and like very casual bags. So I was like, I would love to get a really great bag. But then I knew like the price of it would be like 400 euros or something around there. I don't know what the currency exchange was at the time. So I was like, I don't know if I can invest in that. That's so much money. And then finally I saw it was the last one and it just felt like it was speaking to me. I was just like carrying it around the boutique with my luggage and like, I was like, this is my bag. This feels like my bag. So I asked the girls, like, and then the shop girls told us that there was like a little bit of a sale going on. And then they rang this one up and it was such a steal. It had like an additional clearance on it because I guess it was the last one. I don't know. It was like a change in season and maybe that's when they were changing the lining. I don't know. But I think I ended up getting this for like under 100 euros or something absurd. And I just felt like it was so meant to be. And so I don't think I can ever get rid of this bag because I just loved it that much. Now it's a little bit small for me, I have to say now. I like a bigger bag. I'm a mom now. I carry a lot of stuff. And so I don't reach for this at all, but this just has so many great memories. Like after I brought it home, I wore it all through the rest of my trip, went back to Amsterdam, wore it with everything over my coats. It was cold at the time. And then after that, I was meeting my partner in Dubai to meet his family. And like we were having a little 1 week, I think, or maybe 2 weeks. No, I think 1 week trip there. Anyway, I wore it that entire trip. So all of my photos with me in this bag. I even managed to fit like when we would be out at night, my ultralight puffer, like Uniqlo jacket into this bag with my purse and all my stuff. So this little magic bag is super sentimental. So many great memories with it. A little beat up. I would wear it biking, and one day I was biking home when I was back in LA, and I clipped it to the bag itself, like my keys to the bag itself. And by the time I got home, I realized, oh, my keys had destroyed the front of the bag. Still nostalgic. Anyway, it's such a special bag to me. It is crossbody. It hasn't been used in a while, so the strap is a little bit wonky, but it usually smooths out with a couple of uses. It is adjustable. And then it has the classic Demi-Lune double zip. And so, and like I said, this is the mini size. So this is the smaller size. And this is just my dream shape. I've loved this bag for a very, very long time. I always admire the Pinterest photos of the women in Europe or wherever they are, because it's a very cult classic bag in Europe and in France especially, like with the very battered, worn in, patinaed leather Demi-Lune. So one day all of mine will be like that. Okay, that was a lot of a story time, so I'm going to be a lot faster now. So after a few years of having this, because I think I got this around 2017 or 18, I want to say. Maybe a little earlier, 19. Anyway, this was my next bag, and this bag I bought 3 years ago, I think, while I was pregnant with my son, who is now turning 2 very soon. And this was a gift to myself for surviving a very treacherous pregnancy. I was like, you know what? You deserve it. So I got the black version. This is the full size, so you can see like the size difference. And again, it's like this one is, oh, I have some feminine products in there. Excuse that. Always be prepared. But this one is lined with the black and same style, you know, the double zip to close. And that's one of the, with the Demi-Lune style, one of the gripes I hear all the time is that it's just so stiff and hard to get into. But actually, it really loosens up over time. The more you use it, the easier it is. The zipper can be a little scratchy if you just shove your hand in and it's not like open. So, you know, I always open it up so I can like really wear in the leather a little bit. And yeah, and you can get in there just fine. And I can fit even my full-size wallet in the full-size one. So, and that's like, you know, billfold, it can fit my phone and all of that good stuff. So it's like the right size for me for my everyday essentials, and not much more than that though. So yeah, this is the black one. Love this. Definitely needed a black and a brown. I use this one a lot more in winter. And then every year I like to, before I like, you know, if I put it away or, you know, once a year at least, I just do a little leather conditioning to like help it patina, help keep it clean, do a leather clean and then a cut conditioning, and it helps keep it in really beautiful shape, but also still it's like wearing in. So anyway, that is the black one, the second one that I got. And then I realized, okay, well, this little guy is unfortunately a little too small for me. So I might as well get this one, the same color that I love so much. And this is actually the one I've been using this week. So I have 3 Demi-Lunes, the mini in the hazelnut brown, the full size in the black and the brown. And same deal, this one's a little, oh, there's even more stuff in here because I've been using it. Some lip glosses, I was looking for that lip gloss. Anyway, so yeah, this is the other one that I have, exact same bag. It's really lovely. You can see, I see more wear on my brown ones, and I think because I use them more casually, and I use these more in the spring and summer, and in the fall. I think I use them more year round, so they just get a little bit more beat up over time. These are all my Demi-Lunes. I promise there are no more coming out of those bags. So once I realized that I was obsessed with APC bags and the Demi-Lunes, then I started branching out a little bit, and they have so many beautiful bags. So I started looking, I wanted some of the more like structural architectural styles. But before I did that, I fell in love with the Sarah bag. And there's one bag that isn't listed here. I bought it in the Essence sale, probably the winter before I gave birth. So that was like winter, December 2022. It's like a trifold bag, and it looks very similar to this Sarah bag, which is the top handle flap version. So it has like the 3 compartments and just a zip across the front, kind of like a hard leather Celine Trio bag. That's what the other Sarah reminded me of. And it had a much thinner strap that was crossbody. And I bought that in this like slate gray bluish. Maybe I'll include a color. And I thought, okay, let me branch out with color, and like a grayish bluish bag would be amazing with denim and all of that. I just didn't use that bag that much. Like I would always reach for one of my Demi-Lunes over that bag. And very soon after, I bought that one in the Essence sale and this one at the same time. And I realized I love this brown trifold Sarah bag with the flap way more. I love that it has this top handle. You can remove the straps, so it's only the top handle. So it's like very ladylike. You have this little top handle bag. I love the flap. It was very me, like with my full pregnant belly, just going around, just carrying my little, top handle bag, like being the princess that I was, not carrying any bags. My husband and I would go like shopping. He's carrying everything, and it's just me with my little top handle walking around with my enormous belly. So I have a lot of sentimental memories with this too, because this was my go-to bag when I was pregnant. This one I really love because the top handle it has this interior of suede, and then on the inside, it doesn't have any back pockets, even though I thought this was a back pocket. It's not a back pocket. On the inside, there's 2 compartments. So you have 1, 2, and I know some people hate compartments. I'm a Virgo. I love compartments. I love organization. And they're fully lined with this like cotton canvas tan color. I can do like more in-depth reviews of each of these bags if anyone's interested, but I'll keep this pretty high level for now. And then it has this accordion style at the bottom, which I really love. And I just love how architectural this bag is. I love how versatile it is. They came out with a mini one the year after I got this, which I think would have been just way too small for me. So this size is my favorite. This again is adjustable, which is something I love about APC bags, just how they think about versatility and functionality on top of like form and beauty. So that is my APC Sarah bag. And now you see I have probably one of each of these would have been plenty, but I have 2 black and 2 brown APC bags. And that's when I went on a freeze for a very long time and told myself no more APC bags, no more black and brown bags, which I think I have actually upheld. That's a lie. I just got a Coach black shoulder bag for evenings. But other than that, I had the other Sarah bag, ended up letting go of that one. And sometime before I got rid of that one, I got this little beauty. So I was like, well, this isn't black or brown. And I still was craving color in my bag lineup. And as you might know, if you've watched some of my other videos, I'm really obsessed with this like olive green color. And I was like, this is very small and petite and practical that I could try out color in my wardrobe and in my bags without committing too much. And I found this in the Essence sale as well. This is just a little phone holder, and I got it after I had my son, and I was going on a lot of walks. He was born in January, and wasn't a lot to do in the middle of winter, but go on bundled up walks. And so this was like the perfect little throw in my phone. I would clip my keys, and then I would just go for a little walk. Didn't need my wallet really. Just walk around the neighborhood, and I could just grab this and go. Didn't have to like grab a big bag or anything. So yeah, pop them in the stroller, and there's so many like memories of just having this on me as I'm like walking my newborn around the neighborhood. So again, another bag that's sentimental, and I don't think I can let go of, which I didn't realize I was so sentimental with bags. I don't know what the name of this is actually. It does have a name, but it's very, very useful. It just has a couple of card slots. So if you want to put in like a credit card or 2, and then your cell phone fits right in there. I also can fit my little mini wallet. I've used it sometimes in that way too, like going to the park with my son, that kind of thing. And then clipping your keys here. And actually recently I got this little Sezane pouch. I keep my house keys in here, and it's like the perfect little size. And it almost matches perfectly. So I like clip it on here when I'm just going for a little run out the house. And then I have this like little duo that, yeah, well, I don't know. It makes me really happy. So that cute little situation. So that is my 5th APC bag, plus my little Sezane matching pouch. And then the last APC bag, and I'm pretty sure it's the last one, I'm hoping I'm not forgetting any, is one that I got for myself for Mother's Day. And so I love to gift myself things for holidays and special occasions, and I got this for my first Mother's Day. You know, my partner gets me stuff and whatever else, but also like I want to treat myself. I got myself a bump gift after, or like a push present after, any excuse to celebrate like big events in my life. And so my very first Mother's Day, I did get myself a handbag. I didn't currently have a red handbag in my collection. And again, you can see I was like really sticking to the no more black and brown bags. And so I got this on Vestiaire collection, secondhand, came from France. It was obvious that the owner never really used it. This one is called the, oh, it slipped my mind. I'll always include things. They don't really make it anymore. They brought back a bigger version of it, but I'll put the name of it in the description. I'm so bad at this. I always do this. I like have it in the top of my head and then I lose it. Mom brain. Anyway, so this one has a little front flap pocket. It's like a little mini crossbody. As you can tell, I love crossbodies. They're just so practical. I've always loved them. And then it opens up to just one little open area. It almost looks like a makeup pouch. Like the shape kind of reminds me of it, this trapezoidal kind of prism situation. And yeah, I just really loved it when I saw it. I saw two. I was stalking one on Poshmark and one on Vestiaire. And I made offers on both of them because I really, really wanted this bag after thinking about it for a while and decided it would be my Mother's Day gift. And yeah, so I use this very often. Anytime my outfit feels a little bit drab, especially if I'm going out at night or if I'm going out with friends or like brunch and I don't need a lot of things with me, I just kind of, or if I'm just having like a down week at work, I grab this bag. It's like my little happy bag and it's just so precious. Like it always just looks very chic, very cute. I feel like it's very classic. And the shade of red is my shade of red. Like I don't do very poppy colors or super, yeah, fluorescent or saturated, but this is saturated but still very rich. Yeah, so I love this bag and this was celebrating my first Mother's Day. So that is my entire APC collection currently. I'm always looking at APC bags, but I'm really always holding back and I always ask myself like, okay, if I'm going to get another bag, will I reach for that bag as much or more than anything else in my collection? Usually the answer is no, because I really love what I have right now, but sometimes I do. I also made a rule with myself that every time I buy a bag, even if it's secondhand, even if it's on sale, I will match the funds to my son's education account, like his 529 account. So if I'm going to buy a bag, I have to love it enough to pay twice the amount for it. So it's like, okay, if I'm going to buy a bag and this is $125, then I'm going to have to contribute $125 to his account as well, which is like honestly a good hack for anything where you're like testing how much do I really want this, and also you're trying to save for two things. So I'm going to have to be able to afford both the bag and that contribution. So anyway, that's how I handle my very strong love for handbags in general. That's actually not just for APC bags. That's for any bag I want to buy. I have to match the money. If I can find links to these, I'll definitely leave them in the captions. If you want to see try-ons of these, I don't think I'm going to do that now, but if you'd like to, I can definitely show you. They're mostly crossbody bags, but I can show you what they look like on my proportions, and I can do an in-depth review of every one of them if you'd like to see like how much can fit inside, how the adjustments work, taking off a strap, adding a strap, all that good stuff, any wear and tear. I can for sure do that. So anyway, thank you for joining me to yap about bags again. I love yapping about bags. I'm so appreciative that you watch these videos and hopefully you like them too. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.